Bardo, Doris Day, Marlena Dietrich, Marilyn Monroe, Diana Ross, Elton John and George Michael. They did a song together. It's called Wrap Her Up. Welcome to Light Lunch with Little Ales. Good afternoon. And the time is, I shouldn't keep dancing. Look, I'm going. Oh, look, oh, here we go. It's 7 minutes past 1 in the PM, although I'll be honest with you, because I'm very transparent, me. That is due to change. We're joined by the Dame.
Hello.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
Where have you been, Mrs.?
I've been to Tenerife.
Tenerife. Was it
Tenerife.
Tenerife. Go down,
Tenerife.
yeah, to take your luggage. Have a cocktail. Why'd you go down there? Was it for business or just a chillaxation?
It was relaxation with my best friend. However, on the Wednesday, I did spend 4 hours in a business meeting.
How? You meant to get away from all that stuff.
I know, but I've been trying to get hold of him for a while. And he said, oh, we can't do this week, can't do it. I said, why? What's the matter? He said, I'm going to Tenerife. I said, so am I. And it turned out we were in Tenerife at the same time. So we sat watching the sea. We sat with cocktails and we had a business meeting. And I got exactly what I wanted.
You've just described a romantic film from the 1990s. That's the
bit
story.
of Shirley Valentine.
I imagine you try and get away, but there's always a man in a suit following you.
Oh, I found a really dishy man in a suit in a restaurant.
Oh, what dish was it?
Oh, he was
it
quite...
prawns?
He made two old ladies very happy. Very happy. So I've had a brilliant week. So back to work it is now. Until next time.
Do you feel rejuvenated, though?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, you don't seem very...
So.
What's happened? Come on, tell Josh.
We just walked miles and miles and miles. So I think I've come home for a rest, really. A rest.
That is weird.
I know, we just walked. My friend doesn't like to sit in the sun, or she can't sit in the sun. So we were walking like 7 and 8 miles a day. So it was...
To escape the sun?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, she was covered up, but she preferred to walk rather than sit in it.
Yeah, well, at least you're doing something then.
Shopping, drink. Walk, shopping, drink. And that's how it went. Up and down.
Oh, just stick to that. That'll get you to a ripe old age.
Oh, yeah.
Walk, shopping, drink, and repeat.
And I don't drink, but when I did drink, I fell. So
oh, no.
It was just like, you know.
James, where's the bubble wrap? Top drawer?
But I always work on the theory that while I'm out there, nobody knows me, apart from my RAC network manager, but he'd gone home by the time, so that was all right.
Are you feeling all right? You said you were black and blue.
Yeah, all down one side.
Jan.
I know.
Jan.
I know. I only had a Copperberg and a cocktail. I had 2 drinks and there I was, flat out on the bottom of the stairs.
You're a rebel and you need to stop.
I know.
Because
I
feel like a problem's...
yeah. Well, I used to drink an awful lot many years ago, and I stopped because I used to get myself in a few scrapes. So I stopped, and I must say my best friend, and I won't name her because I won't shame her, but she was a bad influence on me.
Oh. And I think I'm the only bad influence on you, I think.
No.
What we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about conflict. Fisticuffs.
No, I'm waiting for the referee, Jan. Then I'm going to step over and I've got my fists ready above myself.
And I think wherever you are, I mean, we had a little bit of conflict before I went away, and I think it plays a very important life, not just in in business life. It also with family and friends. It's in your personal life, isn't it? And I think it's one of those things that everybody has it. Not everybody can deal with it. Some people will really front up to confrontation and think, right, okay, bring it on, square up to them. Other people will just walk away, sit down in a corner, perhaps get upset, get, seethe about it and think, oh, I'm going to tell him this. But then when it comes to it, they can't do it. So conflict, when it's in a business form and it's in the workplace, it doesn't just affect those 2 people that might be having a little bit of a set to. It affects the whole team. And if your team's a big team, then you can really struggle with it.
Thank you, Jan. Well, that's today's theme, conflict. Put 'em up.
Fisticuffs.
Put 'em up. More of Jan, the Dame, after this. Welcome to the show and good afternoon. It's business hour. And we're joined by a fresh-faced Dame, the Dame Jan Lord. Hello.
Hello.
You look very healthy.
It's that Tenerife sun.
It's either that or the yellow wall behind you.
Yeah. Oh, it could be the yellow board, actually. Yeah, it could be the yellow board.
The lighting, darling. You're sat into spotlight.
Yes, that's what I need, lighting at my age.
We're talking about conflict, but I guess, do you have different modes from work and then every day, Jan. Do you know what I mean?
I don't, but a lot of people do.
And that'd be different
And I
approaches
think
to it as well.
Yeah, a totally different approach. And I think if you've got conflict at work, so you've got a problem with somebody that you're working with, you're going to go home and say to your partner, oh, so-and-so's done this and so-and-so's done that, which can then lead on to conflict at home.
Yeah.
Because your other half may not want to listen to what he's done at work, etc., etc. And I think, you need to think about how unresolved conflict can affect your business when something's happened and nobody wants to talk about it. So it's the elephant in the room. So something's happened and nobody wants to talk about it. And, it's not just... It's very hard to explain with conflict because it happens and some people don't get it. Some people don't see it. Some people don't realise that it's going on. You can say, well, what's up with her? And you think, nothing, I don't know. What's up with her? Because you don't see it.
Do you leave them to sort it out themselves? Or do you
I would always leave them to sort it out themselves. There has been times when I was in corporate that I'd say, right, in a room. And I've done it a few times at Guide Bridge, but I mean, it's different for us because we're more family.
Do you lock the door and watch it through a double-sided mirror?
Oh, no.
Take it, meds. Come on.
But I think there's 4 main areas, I think, where conflict, if you're savvy and you can see it's happening, there's 4 main areas. Personality clashes between staff. Nobody is going to like everybody all the time. Nobody. So wherever you are, there will be somebody that doesn't like somebody else. But that person may put up with it and tolerate it because it's in the workplace, or that person may be mouthy and may give it all that, which makes the other person feel really uncomfortable. So then they go off and start talking to somebody else. Staff that don't comply with rules and regulations. So you may have a member of staff that thinks, well, I'm not doing that. Why should I do that? I'm not being paid to do that. Or if it's a rule, well, no, I don't agree with it. So that's another area where conflict may arrive. Misunderstandings and I think tittle-tattle gossip, which gets out of hand.
High school behaviour.
So, it is. It's like children in a playground.
And it's frustrating. You think they'll grow out of it, don't
but
you?
But they don't. They can be grown men, right? But they still talk out like it's like being in a playground. And competition between staff then meeting targets. That's another one where conflict can arise because, well, I've done everything I should have done and he's done exactly the same as me. So why's he got more scoring than I've got? Why's he got that? And it starts conflict. But as a manager, you need to really nip that in the bud as soon as it happens so that it doesn't get out of hand. And that's what a good manager should do.
So do you always step in and I'll crack your heads together, lads. Come on now.
Bang your bloody heads
Or
together.
have you still got a cane?
No, only in the bedroom. I'm naughty. So stop it.
Sorry.
But I think in order to move your business forward, you've got to know how your staff think, how you're going to manage them, and what you're going to do with them.
Have you got a recent example? I feel like this is something that...
A recent example for me at Guide Bridge is where communication causes it. Communication that you tell one person, but then if you haven't told somebody else, then they're a bit upset. Well, why didn't I know about this?
Yeah.
So again, it's in so many guises, and the easiest thing to do is have one lot of communication that goes out to everybody at exactly the same time. However, you may interpret something totally different than what James interprets it.
Oh, that happens. It does.
Yeah? So being a good manager, being a good employer is knowing how your staff think, how they will react to certain things, and getting to know them to know how they react with different people. And like I said earlier, one person may think, oh, I'm not really interested, go off and sulk about it. Somebody else may start shouting from the rooftops. And it takes all them people with all them different qualities to make a good business. Does that make sense?
You're amazing. It makes perfect sense. We're going to have more of the Dame Jan Lord. She is on the way. We've got her for the whole hour as well.
The whole hour, and it goes quickly.
It goes so quickly, doesn't it? Where does the time go? Also, I want to talk about your nails, darling.
Oh.
I just... Someone ready for a cat fight? We have Texas Black Eyed Boy on the way, Ocean Colour Scene as well, and we'll play Michael Bolton. And because the Dame's here, well, we've got to play Lionel Richie, so stay tuned. Oh, it sounds like a show, doesn't it?
It does.
My